Hello and welcome back. Today we have this Gunslinger Spawn figure with horse. This is of course from McFarlane Toys, part of the Designer Edition series, and this was a GameStop exclusive. The Gunslinger Spawn has been released separately, but this deluxe set gives you the Gunslinger with the horse. Now, I don't collect Spawn figures, so why would I buy this set? Several months ago, I took a look at this figure, the Phantom from NECA's original Superheroes line. And I gave this figure a really good review. This is a fantastic figure. I had noted in that video that the Phantom has two animal companions on his adventures. One was Devil the Wolf, and I grabbed a G.I. Joe classified Timber to act as Devil. His other animal companion is Hero the Horse. And I had said at the time I would be looking for an appropriate horse to go with this figure. And that's where this set comes in. I was looking for a horse that was the right scale, that was articulated, that came with the reins, the saddle, and all the accessories needed to ride him. And this set was being sold at a fair price. Now, if you're a hardcore Phantom fan, you know that Hero, the Phantom's horse, is white. And obviously this horse in the Gunslinger set is not white. But since this horse was the right size, the right price, and had all the accessories, I'm going to make that concession. There is a set that includes the Phantom and Hero, his horse, made by Boss Fight Studios in their Hero Hacks collection. But that set is only done on a 4-inch scale, and it's the same price as this Gunslinger set. In case anyone's curious about the Gunslinger figure itself, here he is. Nice looking figure, nice sculpt. He comes with two 6-shooters, that holster at his hips. He's got a rifle, that holster's on his back, and a Gatling gun. So a cool looking figure. I'm just not into all the different Spawn variants. Alright, let's look at the main attraction of this set, the horse. Now it looks like the front legs are a little warped coming out of the package. I'm going to have to do some work on these, straighten them out a bit to give them some balance. The front legs are ratcheted, and the knees and ankles on all the legs are also ratcheted, so he can hold his position. The hind legs aren't as tightly ratcheted. There is a ball joint on his tail, but this tail is a really big, heavy piece of PVC, so that's not going to pose at all. It's too heavy. Do have a neck joint where you can go down that far, but you can see a big gap in the neck when that goes that far. And he does have a little bit of head motion. The saddle, the reins, all the equipment are made of a softer, pliable plastic. What I also liked about this figure is, of course, he's got the Spawn symbol right there, which is no big deal, but he also has this skull symbol on the satchels in the back there, so that kind of matches the Phantom's motif of the skull symbol. So the Phantom on his horse doesn't look too bad. One of the issues I see is that the Gunslinger Spawn figure is just a bit taller than the Phantom figure. So when the Phantom figure is seated, he can't quite reach his feet into the stirrups on either side. I have him sort of leaning to one side so he can get that foot into that stirrup. So what I might try to do is, since these stirrups are attached to a separate piece on the saddle, I may try to make a cut right here and then shorten these stirrups just a bit and reattach them underneath this piece so it's not noticeable. That way the Phantom will be able to get his feet into both stirrups. This horse is a big, heavy figure. It is tough to balance him in certain positions. He certainly can't get up and be dynamically posed, rearing up on his hind legs or anything like that. But you can pose him in a bit of a trot stance. As with most things McFarlane, it's going to be the sculpt and the detail that's the draw for this type of item, not necessarily the playability. And looking at the accessories, it doesn't look like any of this is removable. All the parts of the saddle are glued together. The straps go underneath his mane, which is glued down, so none of this is easily removable. So that's all I've got on this. It's not a perfect solution for getting a horse for the Phantom, but it's one that I'm happy with for now. Like I said, I may try to shorten the stirrups. I may try to source some small skulls to cover up the Spawn symbols to make it more Phantom-like. But as it is, I think he's going to look pretty good sitting on the shelf. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.